Hey everybody, this is Tim from My Crazy Good Kitchen. Check this beautiful chicken out that I made for you guys. I've broken it down two different ways. More on the Thanksgiving style with all the meat peeled off the bone, ready to go. And on the other side here, I broke it down into its primal cuts for you. If you hang tight, I'm going to show you how to do this. We're going to do it inexpensively. We're going to do it in a way that's mouth-watering, and you'll never buy chicken again from someone else. Look forward to seeing you. Okay, so as I said, I have a lot of people have asked me how I do my breakdown of a chicken when I serve it. And this is just probably about a 3-pound, 4-pound chicken that I roasted. And there's really two ways we could break this down. Two ways to think about. More like a Thanksgiving turkey where you peel the meat completely off the bone, or you can break it down into its primal cuts, like for instance the breast, the thigh, and the wing separately. So basically I'll show you both ways. I'll do one half where we're going to break it down into the pieces with the bone, and then the other half I'll show you how to take the meat off of the chicken. And that'll really help you. And you can save a lot of money by going and buying a chicken yourself and roasting it. We'll do a video at some point on how I roast them. They're very simple to roast. They're very inexpensive compared to $8, $9 for a chicken you'll buy already done in your grocery store. So we're all about saving money here at the kitchen. So that's something to think about. But let's go ahead and do this. There's only two tools you're really going to need, and you don't need to spend a lot of money on them. You need a boning knife or some kind of a thin blade knife. The reason they call it a boning knife, it's very flexible. Okay, it's very flexible. You can bend it, so if you're going around bones, it flexes. And then you'll need some kind of a chef knife. This is not an expensive knife. This knife is probably 25, 26 years old. I had this in culinary school. It still has my initials on it from culinary school. It's lasted for a long time. If you look at our Amazon store, I'll have a nice French chef's knife in there, and I'll put a boning knife in there, reasonably priced one. You don't need to spend a lot of money on these things. And we'll do sharpening videos and things. I'll show you how to maintain your knives. But the first thing we're going to do, we're going to cut this in half. Right along the center line of the chicken, and you can feel it with your fingers. You can probably see it. This is kind of the main bone where your rib cage of the chicken connects. So you're going to take your knife and you're going to cut it right down the middle. Just push it. You hear it make a noise? And now we have a half chicken. You can go to a barbecue restaurant and get a half chicken. There you go. Okay, so that's it. You can see inside, here's the rib. Here is, this would be the breast piece coming across here, and then underneath this is your thigh, your primal cut thigh. So the first thing we'll do is on this one we'll just break it down into now a quarter chicken. So we'll take your chef's knife and we'll go right by the wing here on an angle like that and cut right down. How easy is that? Now you have, of course, your thigh, and we broke this down into two pieces. You could serve that easily like that, or you could also take the wing off if you're not interested in having the wing on there. Some people don't like wings. That's up to you. I'll use the boning knife for this. It's a little easier to wield, and you'll simply cut the wing right off. Real simple to get the wing out. There it is. So there's your wing, there's your breast, there's your thigh and leg. White meat, and dark meat. So that's one way to do this. And serve it with the skin. Obviously that crunchy skin is great. That's one way to do this. I'll move this over here. The other way to do it is more of a Thanksgiving style where you're actually going to be taking the meat off the bones. So you'll see this is all in here. This is a bone. So we're going to cut down on the left side of that bone. And then you'll see we can simply peel it back. And you can take your knife and just simply cut along the rib cage, kind of like you're filleting a fish if you've ever done that. And now you have the beautiful breast that came right off that way. Okay? And you've got some extra meat here. Of course, you can save that for soup or whatever you want to do with that. Save your extra meat. And then you can just simply, again, break it down into its primal pieces. Save that for soup. Pick it for chicken salad. Okay? Now, the thigh bone, you can peel the skin off if you don't want the fatty skin on there. That's up to you. The thigh bone goes right in the middle. Just cut right down the middle this way. And you can use your hands and simply peel it right off. And all this beautiful meat comes right off of that bone. If you like dark meat, of course. Some people don't like dark meat. Some people love dark meat. It's my favorite. Of course, Moses is sitting here. He's our dog, and he loves dark meat, white meat, bones. He likes it all. That's why he's sitting here. And then you can simply peel off the rest of the meat. You can use this for chicken salad, whatever you like. Occasionally you'll get a little piece of gristle in there. You can take all of that out. So that's beautiful dark meat there. And then, of course, when you have your breast, you can always slice your breast real thin. Make sandwiches out of it, serve it with mashed potatoes, with asparagus, with broccoli. And you could make this, you could buy this chicken for about $5. About 45 minutes in the oven. You're good to go. So get rid of these bones. And you can serve it just like that, obviously. Nice white meat. You have your dark meat. And of course the wing, I don't break down the wing. There's not much left on that wing, but that's just half of the chicken. So that's broken down more like I would call a Thanksgiving style. Or we can use thighs on the bone, right, on the bone. And of course your wing as well. Again, all you need is an inexpensive boning knife. I wear gloves because, as you can see, it gets greasy. Inexpensive boning knife, inexpensive chef knife. I prefer a longer chef knife. You may not be comfortable with a long one. In our Amazon store, I'll have 2 of these sitting there. I encourage you to take a look in there. I put all of the products, all of the tools in the Amazon store for you, so you have an easy place to find them. Amazon is by far the cheapest place to purchase stuff as well. So there you go, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that. We're going to come back and I'm going to do a fillet video in a little while. Thanks for joining us at the kitchen.